the Sangha with great virtue, out of compassion, for the sake of this assembly and all living beings, please turn the wonderful Dharma wheel to teach us how to live suffering, attainless and birth and death, and quickly realize non-birth. Cùng đến đại đức thắng thịnh, vì thứ pháp hồi cập nhật thiết chúng sanh, trên chuyến diệu pháp tuân nhau đạo đạo môn, như lá liễu xanh tươi khổ đạp lòng, tóc chân vô sanh. Homage to the blessed, noble, and perfectly enlightened one.
Homage to the blessed, noble, and perfectly enlightened one.
Namo Saranto Suche Doye, Ola Hori Samyo Samputosye.
Namo Saranto Suche Doye, Ola Hori Samyo Samputosye.
Namo Tadaka Toya Daya Arahade Tamyo Tampo Yatoa.
Namo Tadaka
The unsurpassed, deep, profound, subtle, wonderful Dharma in 100,000 eons is difficult to encounter. Now that I come to receive and hold within my sight and hearing, I vow to fathom the thus come one's true and actual meaning. Ô thượng thần thần bí diệu pháp bất thiên quang kiếp năng tạo ngộ, gã kim kiến đăng văn thọ trì, nguyện giải như lai chân thật như. O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Venerable YongHua, Venerable Bhikshuni, all good no advisors, Mitaphor, Chư Phật Bồ Tát, kính thưa Hòa thượng YongHua, kính thưa sư cô, kính thưa quý vị thiện tri thức, A Di Đà Phật. Okay, for those of you online, welcome. We're starting a lecture on Medicine Master Sutra. This is our third lecture of this season. Welcome, you're welcome to come in. You try. There's some new people here in the back. Invite me if you'd like to. And we went through the Dharma request, but we just went through the Dharma request. Is that online, Danny? The material, is that online? No.
Yeah.
It is online. So they can follow.
It's the same link that from the...
Okay, so it's online. You can follow. Is it by the name of the lecture or something? How do they recognize it?
Because you sent me the whole pack, so I just put the whole pack up.
Okay. Oh well. We have, with our website that's coming online here, we should tell them which file or whatever, so that they know the procedure. So that it's kind of weird to start a lecture with all these this process of request Dharma, which is new for a lot of people, even Buddhists. So we should make it elaborate on that a little bit. Folks, we are on slide number 24 of Medicine Master Sutra. We're in the midst of explaining, elaborating on the 10 reasons for Shakyamuni Buddha to transmit this Medicine Master Dharma to this world. Mình đang ở cái phần cái số 21, 10 lý do mà tại sao Ngài Thích Ca Mâu Ni đã truyền cái pháp Dược Sư này cho cái quái A Bà này. Number 7. Sever the 3 obstructions, seeds, and habit energies. Cắt đoạn cái tam chướng, chủng tử và những cái tạp khí. The 3 obstructions are tam chướng là the karma obstructions, the retribution obstructions, and affliction obstructions. Chướng là nghiệp chướng, báo và phiền não chướng. Karma obstructions are the obstructions arising from your act, from your action. Okay, the retribution obstructions are the obstructions that arise from your obstructing others in the past. And the affliction obstructions are the obstructions that arise internally. That is, you stop yourself. That's the worst. The worst kind of obstruction you're going to find is you stopping yourself. Cái chướng là tiền nghiệp chướng là khi phước nghiệp, khi mình cái hành động của mình nó bị cản trở, gọi là nghiệp chướng. Cái báo chướng là lúc quá khứ mình đã cản trở cái hành động người ta, cản trở việc làm, cản trở việc tu hành người ta, nắm cái kết quả này, cái đời này lúc mình tu mình sẽ bị cản trở lại, đi phá người ta tu, kiếp sau lần sau sẽ bị phá khi mình tu. Cái phiền não chướng là cái tệ hại nhất là cái phiền não chướng. Ta biết mấy cái còn nó còn bên ngoài còn nhẹ, còn phiền não chướng là cái mà không, phần lớn mình không có trị nổi, tại vì nó từ trong nó dễ nó làm cho mình phiền não, mình không muốn tu nữa. The affliction, the nature of the affliction obstruction is that because it's internal by nature, as soon as it internally arises by itself, it causes you to stop motivation by yourself. No one else needs to do anything. That was the worst kind. In other words, with this kind of affliction obstructions, you stop yourself, no one else can help you either. Very hard to help you. Because for most of you, smart and savvy people, when you're afflicted, you hide it. No, me, angry, never. Not me. Me, depressed, never. Not me. Me, helpless? Never. Look at me. Do I look helpless to you? Mind your business. Mind your own business. Cái phiền nào là cái kẹp dễ sợ, tại vì ở trong thành ra cái thói tập tục của người là giấu. Đâu có ai chỉ công nhận mình đang giận đâu. Sức men tôi giận, xong rồi quý vị làm tôi giận được. Làm sao quý vị làm tôi chán trường được. Tôi đủ sức tôi tự lo, tôi đâu cần quý vị giúp. That's the internal affliction. That affliction says, I can help myself, I don't need your help. That's affliction right there. That's an obstruction. Learn to recognize it. And then you have the habit energies, okay, which are the residual from all the habits you've been indulging all this time. Cái tạp khí là cái mà mình cái thói quen của mình đó. Trước kia mình quen làm gì đó, nó tạo ra cái thói mà khó mà bỏ dễ sợ. Alright, any questions? Ai thắc mắc gì không? Can the online people ask questions or not? Or how does it work?
Yeah, they could type out the question or...
Okay, then you're late.
They can turn the mic, but the mic have the echoes.
Okay, so probably better to type it, and then we choose only the good ones. The tough questions, we just ignore them, right? So don't relay the tough questions to me. Just give me the easy ones. Okay?
Okay, Jack has a question.
Okay. Oh boy. Maybe you should have said, maybe he has a question. Don't embarrass me now. And then we use another screen for me. It says, oh, Yeah, what's the question?
He said maybe give some examples of afflictions to get a better understanding.
Why don't you give them a bunch? What else does he want? Anh muốn họ biết mấy cái ví dụ như cái phiền não nữa. It's you yourself who get afflicted. Basically, that's what it boils down to. Okay? Cái phiền não mình tự tạo đấy. And what happened is I was talking to someone else earlier. The affliction, you yourself cause your own affliction, and you blame it on others. Cái phiền não mình tự tạo, và xong mình trách người ta. Okay? It's like you sit there and you suddenly the noise of the car driving by drives you nuts. And you say, why do you drive the car by here? So that's the nature of the affliction. You always put the blame on someone else. It's never on yourself. And therefore, it does not get resolved. Another analogy of the affliction, obstruction, is that let's say you get married intending to experience marital bliss, okay, and you find out the person you marry snores at night, and no way. So it really gets you afflicted because in the morning you need to get up and feeling refreshed. You come to work, there's no stress at work already. So you blame that person. Okay. The idea here is that you can't handle the situation. You put the blame on someone else. Okay? And because that person cannot solve the problem itself, cannot help you solve your problem, okay, it goes nowhere. And you move on to the next relationship, the same thing happens again. You got afflicted, and then you blame someone else, the same pattern. It's so miserable. People don't realize it. Dạng như cái chuyện vợ chồng lấy nhau từ sống với nhau lấy nhau từ hiểu rằng lấy nhau sống với nhau là phải tập. People have to realize that when you live, when you start new life together, you have to learn how to work together, how to learn to solve each other's problems. Okay? When you live with someone else, you share your life with someone else, whether it's your wife, your husband, or your friend, or your co-workers, you have to learn to recognize your own afflictions and help deal with them. Okay, you have to rein in that. You have to learn that all the problems that arise from your sharing space with someone else is your own. You have to fix your own problems first. Okay. Any questions? Did I answer his question or not? Doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Question.
Do any of these three obstructions, are any of them like interchangeable, like afflictions caused through retribution, or?
Yeah, they're all interconnected.
They're all yeah.
You can separate them, or they all are interconnected, or they can be separate, depending on the intensity. Okay, ba cái loại này nó có liên quan nhau, đương nhiên liên quan. Yes. Question? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give an example of the habit energy?
Habit energy. Okay. Question. Ví dụ của cái tập niệm. Left home people don't eat. Are not supposed to eat after lunch, afternoon. Okay. The Vietnamese left-home people, they eat afternoon. The Chinese people, they eat afternoon. Most at-home people now eat afternoon. Okay? You're not supposed to. Ví dụ, người xuất gia là sau ngọn được cả. Không phải niêm tàu hơn Việt Nam cũng ăn. Okay, ai cũng ăn nhiều ăn. So, and then you meet you've been doing that all your life. And then you meet with a good no advisor who says, by the way, are you really serious about your cultivation? You shouldn't eat afternoon. Okay? Mình gặp người thiện ý thức nếu như thực sự muốn tu gắt cao hơn tí thì sau đó đừng ăn nữa. So you stop eating afternoon. Okay, mình nghe lời, mình không ăn nữa. But what happened is that it's a daily struggle for you for a long time, because every day for a while, after you stop, when you first stop eating in the afternoon, every time in the afternoon you walk by, you just smell, you smell food, you go berserk. Your mind says, let's go eat. It wouldn't be nice. It wouldn't be nice to eat. That good feeling when you eat. Okay, so that's called habit energy. Okay, the fact that you've been doing it so often, repeatedly, creates a habit, and therefore that habit causes obstructions for you, causes you to veer in that direction when you really don't want to. Does it help? That the habit energy is a more refined form of obstruction, by the way. Obstruction, as you know, is your enemy, the other side. Habit energy is much more subtle. It's a kind of thing that makes you derail, and you don't even realize it, because real soft, real simple. Cái tạp khí là cái còn nguy hiểm hơn. Cái chướng là nó còn thấy rõ ràng, nó có cái tướng rồi. Còn cái tạp khí là cái nó kéo mình lọt đường rầy xuống lửa một cách nhẹ nhàng. Okay? Cái thói quen mình, cái đó gọi là mình thoải mái, mình thích thú. Okay?
Is that sleeping too?
I'm sorry?
Sleeping?
Everything you do. It's so pervasive. The habit and energy is so pervasive.
How do you deal with it?
Okay, good question. Because they're so pervasive, how do you deal with them? Tell me. You tell me. How do you deal with it?
Cross your legs. Cross your legs.
How do you deal with it? Yes?
Cross your legs.
Cross your legs, yes. That's the process, yes.
You have to be aware of it.
That's right. Very good. Someone is opening his wisdom here. You have to be aware of it first. You have to realize it's not good for you. If you do not realize it's not good for you, you're not going to change. Someone has to tell you that, it's not good for you to eat so much. It's not good for you to sleep so much. You've been trained, you've been indoctrinated to think that you need to sleep 7 to 8 hours a day. Not true. Not true. Show me the science that proves that. There's no science, no scientific proof. And yet people believe in this. Okay?
Well,
People are trained to think that they need to sleep X number of hours a day. Baloney. Such a thing. Yes?
medicine promotes that continually, that you need to have 7 to 8 hours sleep a night.
Yeah, that's stupid. Cái tạp khí là có gì mà sao mình cho nó bây cái thứ nhất là mình phải hiểu rằng mình phải hiểu rằng mình phải ý thức rằng là cái đó tạp khí đó không tốt cho mình. Một khi mình ý thức nó không tốt thì nó có hại cho mình mới đổi được. Còn nếu mình cứ nghĩ cái đó là tốt thì mình đi sức mấy mình đổi. Ví dụ như là trước giờ bác sĩ đều nói mỗi ngày phải ngủ 7 giờ 8 giờ ngủ đối với cơ thể và đối với người tu hành thì cái đó là vậy. Okay, so you have to be aware of it first, okay, and then do not indulge. Don't have to do it. There's a price to pay, because when you do that, you're going against your natural instinct. Okay? So it's unnatural for a while, at first. But once you get past that hump, you're free. It can't bother you anymore. It's like you've been vaccinated. It cannot do you any harm. It disappears. Okay? Disappears. Oh, yes. No longer works. So it's like it's been erased, folks. It's been erased. Yeah, lần đầu nó khó vì tại vì mình cái tạp khí nó rất là đi cái kèo mình hỏi mình cái trong thời gian này không bao lâu đâu sẽ mất cái này là giống như đi cô mình nhiễm mất. Yes.
For how long do we need to go?
Depends on how heavily attachment. Like Hong Kong lady here. I mean, she's been a long time. So what can we do? Habit energy is too heavy. Okay. Give me an example of habit energy. Success is a habit energy. Because you've been so successful in doing those things, you're stuck in doing those things.
Actually, it's not success, it's the competitive nature.
Okay.
It's
What aspect of success?
When you see people that are successful, they're usually real competitive. You know, even not just in business, but whatever they do, they gotta play tennis. Oh, play for fun, but they gotta beat you really bad. You know, play cards, gonna really beat you bad.
What I'm trying, it's very good. It's very good, by the way.
No, I'm not like that. I noticed that.
Right.
I know you don't blame me.
Don't want to be playing here. Hay lắm, tại vì cái này Hà như Hà tôi nói là Hà ví dụ một cái đạo lý khác là cái sự thành công, nó không phải thành công, đó là cái sự thích thắng, háo thắng, không phải nó háo thắng là cái mà nó đi về sau. It's very addictive. That competitive nature, right? It's not competitive. Actual word is that the winning. That's what I mean by success. Being on the winning side is very, very addictive. You seek that feeling, constantly seek that feeling. Once you have a taste of it, you keep on asking for it. It's fun. It's to beat someone.
It's a Western culture too.
Yes.
Very, very.
The
Western.
culture of success. Actually, success is the polite word. Actually, it's like rubbing someone's nose and beat the heck out of them.
It's making someone moves.
Yeah, it's prevailing over others.
Superiority.
It's very addictive. And then it ramifies into so many different forms. Ultimately, is I'm number one.
It leads to a lot of arrogance too.
What?
Leads to a lot of arrogance.
Oh yeah, arrogance is just one manifestation. Much more subtle. Arrogance is easy to discern. It's easy to put a finger on. It's the other forms, Randy, that's extremely difficult to pin down. That's why habit energy is so can be so devastating. Yeah, ông nói là phải ngoài ra cái sự thành công, tôi nói thành công là dùng cái chữ dùng cái từ cho nó đẹp đẽ thôi, chứ thiệt ra cái đó là cái mà rất ghiền mà mình ghiền cái thắng người ta, hơn người ta. Rồi nói là thêm là cái kẹp một cái kẹp khác nữa là gì nào nào là vậy, nào là không thấy. Có những cách khác mà từ cái bậc hơn thì nó là thẳng đó. Nó còn chia ra, nó còn những cái phần dưới nó còn thấp nữa, còn khó thấy không thể được. Okay, any other questions? Yes.
So the affliction, the karma and the retribution can increase or decrease the affliction.
Yes.
So how about blessings or wisdom? Which one would be the best? Does the blessing increase or decrease the affliction level?
Who would decrease it? Blessing, the more blessing you have, the less affliction you have.
The more blessing, the less affliction.
Yes.
How about wisdom?
Same thing. The more wisdom you have, the less afflicted you have, affliction, obstruction you have.
So this is kind of, so the blessing is like I'm not actively reducing the affliction, but the wisdom I have to work for it to develop the wisdom then to reduce the affliction.
Yeah.
So the easiest way is to get the blessing so that automatically the affliction get reduced.
It's nothing. That's a good question. He asked a really good question. It sounds stupid, but it actually is pretty good. Hỏi tạp nhạp đi thì ra cái đại khái như vậy. Cái là cái phiền não, tại sao mình phiền não là mình trị bằng cách nào? Mình trị bằng phước hoặc là trị bằng cái huệ. Okay. Thì làm ra mình một phần như thì nếu như có phước nhiều thì phiền não ít, huệ nhiều thì phiền não ít. Okay. Thì cái cách mà mình nhưng điều nó có nhiều khi nó đổi dạng, nó không phải nhất thiết như vậy. Không có pháp nào nó fix. Okay. What I say basically is no fixed dharma. Sometimes because of the nature, I'll give you an example. Sometimes because of the nature of your blessings, it manifests itself in forms of affliction, obstruction, so that you can have a chance to face it head on quicker. Does it make sense? Nhiều cái phước nó hiện tướng ra bằng cách là nó cái phước mình nhiều nó hiện tướng với phước bằng cách là bị cái phiền não nó rất nặng. Mà chính vì cái phiền não rất nặng mình bắt buộc mình phải giải quyết cái phiền não đó, thì như vậy mình giải thoát sớm hơn. Okay, so that's what Obama refers to, turn adversity into blessings in that sense. Okay, so actually in that case, the affliction is actually a form of blessings. You see, so it's never fixed. So on the other hand, if you have enough blessing, you shouldn't have to face that problem either. So that's a different kind, that's a different manifestation of your blessings. Does it make sense? It depends on the conditions. So it's not fixed. There's no fixed route here.
But with the wisdom, then you don't even have, you can realize that is an affliction that you don't have to deal with it.
Same thing. If you have enough wisdom, you can just gloss over it. Yeah. You say, not a big deal. I can put it down. I can see it through. Okay? So that's wisdom. That's manifestation of wisdom. You're not deluded you're not confused by the state. Okay? Sometimes you get confused, big time, by the state. Okay? And then because of that, you must fix it. And that's why you unfold your wisdom. That's another flip side of it. You see that? Same exact thing. It's just a different conditions. You still reach the same place. Just different means. Thì nhiều khi cái cách mình giải quyết không phải là nhiều khi cái phước nó làm cho, nếu mà có cái đủ phước thì mình không bị phiền não, nó chuyện tự nhiên rồi. Ngược lại, nhiều khi cái phước mình nhiều đến độ mình phải phiền não. Tại sao vậy? Tại phiền não quá thì mình được giải quyết cái đó, mình giải quyết một cái. What happens is that because you're afflicted big time, it comes with a bunch of offsprings. So when you fix one, you fix it. A whole bunch of them. You see that? That's why it's called manifestation of your blessings, or your manifestation of your wisdom, because you take care of a bigger problem, which requires more blessings or requires more wisdom to unfold. Okay? Thành ra cái phiền não nó nặng quá, mình phải giải quyết phiền não một cái lợi đó là tại vì cái vấn đề nó càng nặng như nào thì mình giải quyết cái vấn đề đó thì cái phước mình càng nó càng lớn lên, hoặc cái về mình càng nó càng lớn lên. So it's not fixed. Yes.
Does your affliction can carry on from life after life?
Absolutely. You have to resolve it.
So then it becomes a karma this life from your past life.
Yes. It becomes a natural evolution, for example. Give me an example. That's a good question. Cái question hỏi là nếu như mình cái phiền não nó chuyển từ đời này qua đời khác. I give you two examples of what such a thing that goes from lifetime after lifetime. Cho quý vị hai cái ví dụ. Cái phiền não nó đem từ đời này qua đời khác. The Buddha was walking with Ananda to a marketplace. Okay, ngài Phật đi ngài Ananda đi tới vào thị xã. He saw a pot merchant. Có người bán đồ để mà nấu. Very successful guy, very good business. He was surrounded by a lot of customers. They all wanted to buy his pots. Okay, có nhiều khách hàng rất mua đồ. So the Buddha and his disciples stood there and watched, because it's such a very captivating, very lively thing. But so what happened is that this man, for some reason, for some people, he's very courteous. Okay, maybe he goes to buy maybe $1 worth. He's extremely courteous, all smiling. Next person wants to buy 10 pots, he's extremely rude to that person, to the point where he doesn't seem to care, he wants to sell this person either. Okay? Mới để ý, ủa sao? Người ta nhiều người tới mua tí xíu mà. Ông này rất tử tế, rất là ngọt ngào. Còn người tới mua một đống đồ, ông này rất là cộc lốc, rất có vẻ hàng học nữa. So Ananda turned to the Buddha and asked, what happened? This doesn't make sense. Why is this man so rude to the people who can give him a lot of money, a lot of business, and so nice to some people who are not, not making much difference in his business? Hỏi tại sao người ta mua nhiều mà lại rất là cộc cằn, còn người ta mua ít là rất lịch sự, rất vui vẻ. The Buddha said, you know what happened? In a prior lifetime, okay, đời trước, that merchant used to be a convict. Đời trước ông đó là một cái tội nhân. At that time, he was being paraded on the street, on this very street, to the execution place. Để gọi là đi phô trương, kéo ra ngoài đường. Từ xưa nó có cái trạm này, trước khi mà chặt đầu lên, dẫn đi cho xem chú thấy, bằng gương. Okay. So that's what the ancient used to do, as parade the convict to the place of execution. Okay. When he was being paraded, okay, of course, a lot of people so a lot of people saw that. Okay, tại có nhiều người thấy. So you know that Ananda, the people that he's nice to are the ones who had pity for him. cái người hiện bây giờ ông thương mại, ông buôn bán, ông rất tử tế, tại vì cái người đó có tình cảm, ông này nói he said, oh poor man, you're gonna get executed. Oh, I feel so bad for you. I feel sorry. Rất nói là thương hại cho ông tội nhân này. Or the people he's rude to are the one who threw stones at him and then who will say, serve you right for being a criminal. Okay? That registers in our consciousness. Okay? Thì cái người khác thì nói là cái đồ đáng chết, đồ nên nó chết nên sống. Another example is sexual attraction. Folks, sexual attraction. Ví dụ cái đó là cái sự liên ái giữa hai người đàn ông và hai người phụ nữ. You realize that the sexual attraction, mutual sexual attraction between two people, it dates back to prior lifetimes. Thì có biết là cái sự thu hút giữa trai với gái, hai người với nhau đó là từ kiếp trước. You guys realize that? You guys are husbands and wives. You build up all the sexual attraction, all the sexual energies. Next lifetime, you naturally draw to each other again. You want to have sex again. Is that clear enough?
I thought we can get away.
This reinforces the natural sexual attraction you have when you see someone attractive already. That's a natural, right? I don't know about you. Not for most of you or superior people. You see it. Right?
Only the
Superior cultivators, you're beyond that, right? But for most of us, see a nice looking woman and you want to take a closer look. Same thing, you see a hunk. Okay? But you indulge in that, and then you date, and you get married, and you perform all those sexual things in your entire lifetime. It builds up the habit energies for you to go and seek the same kind of satisfaction again the next time you meet each other again in the future. You're naturally drawn to that person. You realize that? That attraction is extremely strong, folks. Cái ân ái với nhau là cái kiếp này là mình như vậy, rồi kiếp sau mình gặp nhau một cái là đòi và tiếp mạnh dễ sợ. Yes.
How do you break that cycle?
How do you break that cycle?
Shake your head.
Is that hard? Are you sure you want to? Shouldn't you ask someone first?
It's just a question. How do you break that cycle?
Poor Janice.
Why do you want to know?
My aunt and uncle, they went to see a fortune teller before.
Yeah.
And the fortune teller said they've been married life after life after life because they owe each other.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I asked that question.
It's not owing. I'm not talking about sexual attraction first. Owing is another
But
story.
then they still got married and...
The owe is easy. Owe you can skip out. The sexual attraction, you seek it. You see what I mean? The owe is that it's a repulsion thing. It's undesirable. The sexual attraction, you seek it. You go for it. You say, this is why I live for. This is the meaning of my life. She is my life. You see that?
Just like a drug addict.
The worst of drug addicts.
But I mean, that's
You don't realize how destructive it is.
yeah, but it's intoxicating because you sit there and you think about it. Every random thought comes back.
That's it. It always comes back to it. Okay. Cái làm sao mà bỏ được? Nó là cái cô nói là cô với chú người ta có bói, ta nói là đời là vợ chồng rồi, tại vì nợ nhau. Tôi nói nợ rồi còn gì hết. Cái nợ nó không có gì hết. Cái mà ân ái như vậy là nợ mình không, mình biết là mình không thích, mình không muốn, mình chạy nợ được. Chứ còn cái ân ái là mình tìm không. Okay, so how do you break it? Okay, does anyone want to know, or is just one person wants to know how to break it?
We all
Should we ask your wife first, or shall we keep it to among ourselves?
I don't know if I can afford to know, but tell us anyway.
Yes, please do.
Sao bỏ bây giờ? You have to resolve it first yourself. Okay? You have to resolve it yourself first. And then you have to help the other person resolve it.
Both have to resolve.
Yes, both have to resolve it. For it to disappear. If not, one person still seeks the other. Mình phải giải quyết được. Xong rồi phải giúp người kia giải quyết. Tại không người kia sẽ kiếm. That's right there. That is the worst kind of death. They seek you out and say, I love you!
Divorce doesn't help?
Can
we plan when we end this life that it's not going to start all over again? Can we plan it that we end this life, we don't start all over again the next life?
No, the sexual energy, the sexual attraction is still unresolved.
Well, I'm saying, so how do we do that so next?
It is unresolved until we resolve it. Mình phải giải quyết cái lực đó. Because it's the force, folks. It's like magnets. You have to resolve it. Because as soon as you draw it comes near, that's it.
Is that the source of the ignorance in the 12 causal links?
Yes. I will share you a personal story. Yeah? Nói ví dụ cái cuộc đời tôi. I told a couple of people already, but it's important for you to understand that. When I was a lay person, lúc mà tôi còn tại gia, long time ago, I was in my 30s. See, that's a long time. You see, you don't realize how old I am.
Yeah, right.
Lúc mà tôi còn 30 tuổi, đó là ngu như sợ. I saw a baby. Thấy một đứa con nít. Okay? At that time, she was 3 or 4. She was 3 or 4 years old. 3-4 tuổi. Tôi thấy một cái bị rút. I still remember I was drawn to that baby. Sexually drawn to that baby right away. See, at the time I was married, I was satisfied. It's not like, and yet the sexual energy is so strong to a baby. It stuck with me for a long time. How is it possible? I know I'm not a decent person, but I'm not that much of a pervert either. Hồi đó mà tôi đến 2-3 tuổi mà bị hút, mình thắc mắc nó ủa tại sao mình đâu phải tệ rồi mà thích nít kỳ cục vậy. Okay? How do you explain that? Sexual energy from prior lifetime.
But how can you tell it's sexual attraction or is it somehow you just love?
How can you not? Huh? Sexual attraction is different from love. It's a sexual attraction. You want to have sex.
Yeah.
Can you be mistaken about it? Can anyone be mistaken about the sexual urge? Anyone? Is it too R-rated or X-rated for anyone here? Hey, you online, are you too taken aback by this?
Questions?
See, in our assembly, anything goes, folks. Okay? We are strict. We shoot our arrows straight. Okay? So, can you be mistaken? Not me. You can be mistaken. Sexual attraction for love? Oh no, love is something else. Okay? Sexual attraction is demands satisfaction. Love doesn't have to be requited. Right? Big difference. Okay? So that's an example of what? One side having resolved it, the other side hasn't. So she's after me. Okay, that's what happens. You only resolve one side. Ra bên nữa, bên kia nữa. Nó vẫn thèm nó rượu như thế. Yes, sir. Do not take it lightly, folks. You think you can fool around, say go and then court someone and fool with someone, break someone's heart, I'm bored, you okay, buy things. That is not resolved. You pay. Okay? Any other questions?
So it has to be resolved, but how do you do that? How do you resolve it?
Well, that's going to cost you money, honey. Money, honey. Làm sao mà giải quyết bây giờ? You resolve it when you reach fourth stage.
You don't resolve it, then you become an aha. You become an aha, and then you resolve it.
At fourth stage.
So even by reaching that level of having no desire sexually, that still hasn't resolved it?
No, you only resolve for yourself. You still have to resolve the other side, who's still after you. It's not that bad. You get flowers, they send over Eldorados, and tacos. My dinner.
Question
Yeah.
from Jack.
Yeah.
How do you resolve the other side to reach arhatship?
How do you resolve it? You become Buddha here first. Then you teach the other person to become
He said, I see.
So nghe có hiểu là vấn đề là mình khi mình đối thoại mình giải quyết được rồi. So what happens is that you yourself need to be free first, okay? Before the other side has a chance.
Be free.
Right, because you're not eating on the fire, adding more fuel to the fire, right? That's the first thing that has to happen. Mình phải giải quyết mình trước, tại vì không thôi mình sẽ tạo thêm làm cái việc nó khó nữa. And then you have to have enough wisdom, develop the wisdom to help the other side resolve it. Make sense? That's much harder, isn't it?
Yes.
Thì mình phải giải quyết mình trước, xong rồi được mở cái hệ để mình giúp người giải quyết cái hệ khó. It's not the kind of wisdom of an arhat. Arhats can only resolve it for themselves. Arhat chỉ có giải quyết được cho mình thôi, không đủ cái hệ để giải quyết cho người ta. Okay? It's not as simple, folks. Yes.
Is that how you can also help your parents?
Yes. Giúp cha mẹ nhưng mà trả hiếu chuyện là thôi. Other questions?
So the people who are not married, they don't, maybe they didn't have a really strong link with somebody. So maybe this life they are okay. They just
Oh, just another hamburger. Huh? I used to have a harem, so I have connected to all these women. Okay, so it's like another hamburger. Usually. Yeah. So the depth, the level of depth depends on how often you do it, how much you indulge. Càng dính vào càng nặng thì càng khó gỡ. Tình nghĩa càng thâm sâu càng khó gỡ. All right. Any other questions?
So that connection doesn't necessarily have to follow into the next life.
Not necessarily. Because, for example, you chắc cái sau mình sẽ kẹt này. No, yeah, you don't have to worry. For example, next life, you could be born into the heavens, and your ex could be born into the Pure. You're so far apart. Distance helps a little bit.
You're so bad, yeah.
Thank you.
You're so bad.
Bây giờ như chưa chắc kiếp sau mình đơn giản kiếp, tại vì kiếp sau lỡ mình sanh chỗ khác nhau thì đâu gặp nhau đâu mà sợ. Okay. They still go after you. They still chase after you, but they can't always draw near you yet. It's not always possible. Okay, just like at home. You know how your wife runs out and you say, honey, you want to cuddle with you? You go into the restroom, lock the door, sit in the restroom. Can't come in there. See, you men know what I'm talking about.
Yes, they go in there to smoke.
Oh, okay.
That's what the garage is for. Not a restroom.
I'm talking about cigarettes.
Yes? Any other questions? Okay. Number 8, we're on slide number 25, folks. 3 contemplations. Teach 3 contemplation. Dạy 3 cái quán. Contemplation of expedience, quán phương tiện. Limitless vows and practices, quán vô biên hành nguyện. Contemplation of deep and profound practices, tâm điển hành. Quán tâm điển hành. Let's go into those. Contemplation of expedience, quán những phương tiện là gì? You contemplate that all the expedients are ultimately their substance are empty. Quán là thấy là những cái phương tiện này rốt ráo là cái thể những phương tiện đều là không hết. And therefore, when you are able to contemplate them as such, then you can destroy karmic obstructions. See, earlier we talked about the 3 obstructions, right? Karma, retribution, and afflictions. Okay. Now we find ways, okay, to resolve them. Trước mình nói là ba cái chướng đó, về từ từ mình thấy có nhiều cái kích cỡ, những kích cỡ khác. And you destroy karmic obstructions in terms of conditions, karma with outflows, and conditioned karma without outflows. All those karmas have, whether conditions or unconditioned, have 3 obstructions. Okay. Thì nếu mình thấy được cái phương tiện là rốt ráo, cuối cùng là đều là không nữa, thì mình sẽ có thể phá được những cái hủy phá được những cái nghiệp chướng, nhất là những cái nghiệp mà hữu vi, nghiệp vô vi, đều có thể tạo những nghiệp chướng, đều nó bị diệt trừ hết. Any questions on the first contemplation of experience? Of course, you don't understand. Number 2, contemplation of limitless vows and practices. You make limitless vows and practices so that you can deal with different types of states. So those are designed for you to universally illuminate false phenomena. All those are states. Mình làm những cái vô biên hành nguyện để mình biết ứng phó những cảnh giới khác nhau, tại những cái hành nguyện đó, nó giúp cho mình phổ chiếu những cái hư cảnh. Okay, everything outside is false. Help you, okay, and therefore you destroy the retribution obstruction. Even whatever comes to obstruct you is also false. False. You can see like that, you destroy instantaneously. Chẳng hạn như khi mà thấy cảnh giới ngoài đều là hư, đều là không, thì những cái báo chướng đó, là nó bị diệt hết. Yes.
So, what do we need to do for like the contemplation of experience? Actually, what you have to do?
Everything you do is false. See, I was waiting for that question, but you didn't ask until now. Experience meaning that whatever we do, all the experience, all the skill it means, all the things you do. Experience meaning everything you do. When you reach Mahayana, when you practice Mahayana level, everything you do is for purpose.
It's for a purpose.
Yes. Everything I tell you to do is for a purpose. Okay? Even that is false. Even that you have to let go eventually. You follow instruction, you get there. But once you get there, you have to let go of the instructions. Does it make sense?
So how do we relate it to, let's say, the label, like we can do that if we are hard or
Don't go there. Don't go there. Not necessary. Phương tiện gì? Tôi nói phương tiện là mình tu đại thừa Ấn Độ, bất cứ gì mình làm đều là phương tiện, đều là hư, đều là giả, đều là không. Ngay tôi nói cái gì đó, những cái lời tôi dạy đó đều là không. Nhưng mà ủa cái gì? Dạy mà làm đó, thì tới đó rồi phải thả đó, xả nó lên nó mới thoát được. Give you an example of why it's important. Let's say I keep on referring to you folks about the third dhyana. I see a bunch of people all out there stuck in third dhyana because they follow instructions and get the third dhyana and they cannot find a way to get rid of their attachment to that state. Okay? So they have to learn to contemplate the experience and ultimately empty. You're there already. Why are you still so attached? You got it. You have the donkey. You're on top of the donkey already. It's there. It's yours. Vậy tôi nói là cái tam thiền là kẹt. Tam thiền là nghe lời tới tam thiền, đạt tới tam thiền kẹt là sao? Chấp trước là tam thiền là thiền. Third dhyana is nothing. You guys are so blessed to see a range of you people who are so proud and say, "Oh, I've been cultivating all this time, and now the young people are making progress so much faster." Okay, what for? Because to show you the earlier guys, the old hats, to say it's nothing to be proud of, nothing to be attached to. Right? Isn't that the lesson? Don't rest in your laurels. It's nothing. Nothing. Okay? Any other questions? And of deep and profound practices. Quán tâm định hành. That is the middle way. And that destroys affliction and obstruction. Fixed obstructions can be destroyed by practicing Mahayana. Cái tiền ảo là sẽ cần phát đại được để trừ. Okay? Trung đạo. Any other questions?
So, for the second part, the limitless vow and practice, is that also if you do Mahayana, then it's also doing the same thing?
Yeah.
At different levels?
Yeah. At all levels. All levels. Mahayana is for all levels. Lecture, I teach you here, look at you. You have different background, different levels. For the same instruction, okay, it's designed to help you deal with all your afflictions at all levels. It's just you don't understand it yet. So sometimes I have to say, hey, you, number 3 there. You number 3. Remember, at 3 is for you to reach 4. This is where you stop. Okay. Sometimes has to be that course. Cái mỗi trình độ nó khác nhau. Như những cái đại thừa pháp thừa hay lắm. Một lời giảng thôi thì cả nó đỡ hết. Nhưng tại vì cái điểm hiểu thôi. Another example is that last year we lectured on the Sutra already. Năm trước mình giảng kinh rồi. Right? And yet so many of you are still here. Are you learning anything new? Absolutely, right? Why is that? Năm ngoái thì giảng là năm này cứ nghe là cái gì làm gì, có gì mới, nghe gì mới này. So many new things, isn't it? Right? You thought you understand it already? No, you don't. That's Mahayana. It has so many layers. Every time you listen to Mahayana, okay, you get a different perspective. You have a deeper penetration. Đại thừa nó hay lắm. Nghe lần đầu hiểu tí, nghe lần gì hiểu thêm tí, nghe lần thứ 3 hiểu thêm tí. Nó có từng lớp. That's why Master YongHua was not being humble. He said, I want to give you a simple explanation because that's one path. But you take another path, it gets deeper. Okay. Any other questions? You're progressing very nicely, folks. We are at slide number 3 for today. We are on slide number 26 after 1 hour. Exhort to recite the Buddha's name to see the Buddha nature. This refers to enlightenment. Cái này là tụng niệm Phật để mà thành Phật. When you recite the Buddha's name, you will become a Buddha. Okay, niệm Phật thành Phật. So when you recite the dark body Buddha, mind is Buddha. When you recite transformation body Buddha, mind acts as a Buddha. Okay. Khi mà thị tâm thị Phật có nghĩa là mình tụng cái pháp thân Phật. Thị tâm tác Phật là mình tụng cái hóa thân Phật. The mind acts as Buddha, transformation body. The Buddha recitation samadhi is called seeing nature. If you enter the Buddha recitation samadhi, it's called seeing the nature. Okay? Khi mình nhập được cái tiền niệm Phật Nam Bồ đấy, Tam Bồ đó cũng là gọi là kiến Tam Bồ. So this is another means of seeing the nature. The Chandama door is known to be like Tantan, and you meditate to see your nature. See, you recite the Buddha's name, you can always see your nature. Okay? Mình tham thiền, nhưng mà tham thiền thấy được cái Phật tánh để kiến tánh. Niệm Phật để kiến tánh được. Okay? And accomplishing Buddhahood through secret words. Kiến tánh kiến Phật chân mật quỷ. Any questions? So this Amador is very profound. Yes?
About the reciting Buddha's name.
Yes.
I heard that all the Buddhas are the same, so you can just recite one Buddha's name and it covers.
Yes.
But the different Buddhas have different vows, so what about the effect of their vows?
Now you're referring to the use. They're different because they have different vowels, so each name has a different use. So even though you recite the Buddhas in one Buddha, you recite all Buddhas as refers to the Dharma body. Now, hỏi the good question. Hỏi tại sao nói là trước có người nghe giảng là nếu như niệm một Phật, một danh hiệu Phật, tôi niệm hết tất cả những danh hiệu Phật. Rồi chứ vậy chứ những cái Phật nó có hành nguyện khác nhau, thì làm sao nó khác biệt nhau thế nào? Khi mà nói niệm Phật á, một Phật á, có nghĩa là niệm hết Phật á, có nghĩa là mình nói về cái niệm Phật là niệm về cái pháp thân Phật. So when you say reciting the Buddha's name, reciting one Buddha is reciting all Buddhas, refers to reciting the Dharma body Buddha. Okay? All Buddhas share the same Dharma body. Tất cả những Phật đều có cùng một cái pháp thân này. Whereas when you talk about vows and practices of each Buddha, khi mình nói những cái hành nguyện của mỗi Phật, you're referring to the transformation body Buddha. Each has a different use. Cái một cái hóa thân có cái hành nguyện khác nhau, có một cái dụng khác nhau. Okay. So for example, in the Pure Land Dharma door, you recite Amitabha for rebirth purposes. And bên tịnh độ mình niệm A Di Đà Phật để mình mong được vãng sanh. Okay, that's very specific. It's specifically designed to help us maximize our chance of rebirth. Hồng danh của ngài A Di Đà Phật là cái pháp môn đó là để giúp mình. Đầu tiên hết là được vãng sanh. Whereas when you recite the medicine master Buddha's name, khi mình niệm Diệu Sư Phật, you also go for rebirth, meaning it helps you your rebirth purposes, objectives. Mình có thể giúp mình vãng sanh này. But you also have other uses. Cũng có những cái hiệu nghiệm khác nhau, which we will learn later in the Sutra, in the further slides. Okay, so each has a different use, different function, depending on the circumstances. Okay, you should use them accordingly. Khi mình biết rồi thì tùy cái hoàn cảnh mình phải dùng cái hoàn cảnh khác nhau. For example, at the end of your life, it's probably the best thing to do for you, the best Buddha for you to recite is Amitabha, right? Because that's when it's most critical. Thì chẳng hạn lúc mình lên chung, mình niệm A Di Đà Phật là tốt nhất. Whereas right now, okay, well right now, then it's good to practice reciting medicine master Buddha's name, because you probably can use it right now. Nha, bây giờ thì niệm Diệu Sư thì có cái lợi của niệm Diệu Sư ngay bây giờ. Yeah.
About say at the end of your life, you're reciting the Buddha's name. Because from my experience, sometimes, say if I recite Guanxin Pusa, like I feel the connection better than reciting Amitabha.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, should I recite Guanxin Pusa instead of Amitabha?
You can. It's no problem. When? Now or when you're dying?
Maybe when I die.
When you're dying, you can recite one Buddha's name, but by the time you die, things might change. You don't need to stop. Rồi hỏi là nhiều khi niệm có cái âm thì có vẻ có thích có hiệu nghiệm hơn là niệm A Di Đà Phật. Thì nói có hiệu nghiệm hơn thì cái niệm có mới. Để hỏi tiếp là khi mà hỏi niệm là niệm lúc nào chết là lúc bây giờ. Nói lúc chết thì sao? Chết thì lúc chết thì có chắc thay đổi. Nó có thể nhiều khi thích niệm A Di Đà Phật nói 30 tuổi mà rồi sao? There's time there in that love. Any other questions? Number 10. The 10th reason for the teaching, for transmitting this Dharma door into our world. lý do thứ 10 tại sao truyền pháp môn này. Exhort rebirth to appeal này. Khuyên mà nên nói sao? This land is defiled and painful and evil. Nghe? Cái đất, quả đất này nó dơ bẩn lắm, mà nó nhiều cái khổ lắm, và nhiều cái ác lắm. Does it shock you? For you who are so comfortable, and would you say you living in a defiled place where you're experiencing more pain and pleasure, and you're experiencing more evil and good? You buy that, or is it way too far out? Đây cái đất này vừa dơ bẩn, vừa nhiều khổ, vừa nhiều ác. Tôi hỏi cái đó đúng hay là sai? No reaction. Okay, we all sleep.
It's a reflection of our own defilement.
That's our reality. You buy that or not? You biết tin không? Tin cái đó là cái thực tế của mình không? Think about it. Your body. Now I get real personal. Your body. How stinky it gets when you take a shower regularly, or the roll-offs, huh? Your armpits will stink like crazy. You don't wash it, or you don't roll off, right? Người mình hôi cái mồ, không tắm rửa hoặc là không dùng mấy cái chất để nó bớt mồ hôi ra, right? We are defiled. Our body is so defiled. Is it too personal for you folks? Cơ thể mình hôi, nó dơ. Có ai bị hơi xúc phạm không? That's our reality, folks. Don't look any further. We are dirty. What about pain? How much pain do you experience during the day versus how much pleasure? Cái đau khổ sao? Ngày đau khổ nhiều hay là sướng nhiều hơn? How many hours you ever work? 8 hours a day at least, right? Ngày nào phải làm việc 8 giờ. 8 hours of suffering, right? It's not fun to go to work. 8 ngày làm việc, 8 ngày làm việc có gì vui vẻ đâu. For most people, going to work is a chore. It's a suffering, right? Now you go home, what happens? More suffering. You're faced with the spouse who had a bad day. There are children who want your attention, right? More suffering. So when you stop, when does it stop? It doesn't. Until you get to the restroom. For a man. You see? We got to figure it out. It's you girls who still have to work at it.
I think it's the other way around.
Yeah, easy for you to say.
Not really.
Okay, so what about evil? If you don't think you're faced with so much evil, why are you guys so all skeptical? You don't trust anyone. You guys are so distrustful. Am I correct? Huh? Tôi hỏi cái đầu khổ dễ này, còn cái ác là sao? Ác. Tôi hỏi những quý vị không tin ác là sao? Tôi hỏi quý vị không tin ai hết vậy? How come you don't trust anyone? Why is that? Because you believe that everyone is out to get you. Everyone is out to harm you.
Some of it
Evil. You face the evil everywhere, all around.
personal experience.
Ác là mình không tin ai là mình nghĩ là ác mình đâu có tử tế gì đâu. Mình không tin. Nếu mà tử tế mình tin thôi. Không. Ác là cái ác thôi. How miserable an existence it is. You still hang on to it, you cling on it. Oh, I have such a good life. Oh, now I can really enjoy my life. Life of what? Life of defilement, life of pain, life of evil. Why are you so attached to it?
Human nature.
Lack of clarity. Mình người ôm nó là đời tôi sung sướng rồi, nó quan trọng, đời tôi còn đáng sống gì? Đời thấy còn dơ bẩn, dơ uế, còn thấy đau khổ, còn thấy ác không à? Cái gì vui trong đó? What's there? What's so great about life? How depressing, huh? Me too. I'm getting depressed.
This whole thing is depressing today.
Yeah. Oh, let's talk about. Let's line up. Yeah.
Come on. It's not all evil. No. I don't want to believe that.
So this is why you want to be reborn to the spirit land. Because there is fear, because there is all bliss, and there so good. Bởi vì mình muốn quan sát cái mình thấy bên kia là nó vô uế, không có dơ bẩn, thanh tịnh. Bên kia nó lạc, bên kia nó tốt. There's no more suffering in real life, folks. No depression, no worries, no leg pains, no hunger, no craving for chocolates. Huh? Isn't it that terrible thing, that craving for chocolate, folks? What do you crave for?
Chai lattes. Not chocolate. Never had.
Cái sướng cái một kia là đâu còn đau chân, nó còn đói, nó còn khát, còn thèm thuồng. Okay, that's why the purpose of this is to heighten your awareness, to help you realize the current reality versus which is a much more desirable place of plain existence. Vậy thì giúp các bạn tịnh độ nó giúp cho chúng sanh thứ nhất là giác ngộ, ý thức được là cái chỗ này cái chỗ khổ, chỗ đó có gì vui vẻ đâu mà tham, đeo đuổi làm bám víu là qua bằng sanh sướng. And in terms of at the cultivators level, on slide number 27, anh lúc về phương diện tu hành, this land is like hotel, this land is like our own home. Cái cõi này là giống như cái khách sạn thôi, còn bên tịnh độ là cái nhà của mình. It's no comparison, right? You're at home in a pure land, whereas you're only here temporarily. Mình bên tịnh độ là giống ở nhà này, còn ở đây giống như ở khách sạn tạm bợ thôi. Okay? And this is available for all kinds of people to benefit from. Okay. All kinds of people can be reborn to the best Western Christian. This is like, it's not like a Chan school where, I ask people to cross the legs for 1 hour a day, and most of them will not do it because they cannot take the leg pain. So Chan is not for the overwhelming majority of people. Cái độ là người căn cơ, ngược lại bên thiền, nói thiền đâu phải là người thường căn tu, thiền là những người nói chuyện tréo chân không, chân đau đâu là chịu đéo. So like Jenny, for example, disappears because she can't take the leg pain. You come here and you see everyone, is coming here and sitting there for 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the afternoon. It's very trying. It hurts. And some of you are stupid to come twice a day, twice on weekends. It's a glutton for punishment. Và những người là cuối tuần tới hai ngày liên tiếp. It's grueling. Okay? It's not for everyone. Yes.
A question about reborn Western Pure Land.
Yes.
Do you have to take refuge?
No, you don't.
So anyone, okay. Because in the sutra it says good man, good woman. That means people who took refuge.
No, good man is not people who do good.
Oh, okay.
Evil people too, but sort of scared them. You don't discriminate. Trust me, Buddhists don't say, oh, I like Danny, he's a good boy. I don't like Harry, he's in a bad mood today. That time. It's not like that. It's all those things are designed to point out to you. If you do those things, then your chances of rebirth are much higher. You can do evil too, but by the time you keep on doing evil right now, and by the time you die, okay, for you to be, your chance of being reborn to Western district and virtually nil. It's there, but it's very difficult. So it's easier to do good. That's why I say all good people. If you want to be reborn, do good right now. Okay? Just let me translate first. Tại sao những người phải cần quy mới được bản sanh nữa không? Không cần quy được bản sanh. Vậy chứ không phải những người kinh nói là những thiện nam tử, thiện nữ, thiện nam thiện nữ. Thiện nam thiện nữ chỉ là một cái phương tiện thôi. Thì ra những người ác nam ác nữ cũng bản sanh cũng được. Điều nó khó thì lúc mà bây giờ cứ làm ác làm bậy chứ xong rồi lúc mà lâm chung thì khó mà sanh dễ sợ, khó không biết được, cũng có thể đưa thì quá khó. Bởi cái khuyên cái kinh chỉ là cái phương tiện kia cho mình muốn vãng sanh, đi cho vãng sanh thì nên làm tốt bây giờ, thì lúc mà cần vãng sanh, muốn vãng sanh nó dễ hơn nhiều. Okay, question.
Is there anything that we can use to lift this veil of gloom that lingers over this depressing, defiled, painful, evil that we've
quoting venerable the late Pope John Paul II. Why is Buddhism so depressing? So pessimistic?
Is there no positive?
Yes, no. What's why is it negative?
I think that it comes from the first translation of the Four Noble Truths, suffering and accumulation and extinction of the way. But actually, Dharma Master Hong Sure, he explains a little bit different. He doesn't use the word suffering so much. He uses more. This life is more unsatisfying. Everything is unsatisfying about it because it's all.
No, it's wrong. It's suffering. Are you kidding me?
But even if your life is good, like let's say you're lucky and because of the manifestations of one's blessings, you came out with your 6 sense organs are intact, no ailments. You go through a long life. You have a lot of opportunities, and you're not really afflicted. But still, at the end, it comes to an end. It's a transit kind of existence.
Okay, folks. I'll go online, correct him sure enough, because if he keeps explaining it like that, he's wrong. Okay? We do not need to kiss up on you. I'd rather offend you right now and tell you flat out that the fact of the matter is that any suffering you're experiencing, try to tell me otherwise. Try to convince me otherwise. Okay, folks? That's number one. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you and say, oh, this is unsatisfactory or this is not as desirable. That's baloney to me. Shoot straight. Call a spade. Okay? Or like Howard Cosell says, I don't call it like it is. Okay? Don't sugarcoat me because I respect you too much. Wait, let me translate it. We went too much without translation. Hang on, it gets deeper here. We are on flight number 3, so way ahead of schedule. Yeah, I should go
Now
over
that lifts the veil.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm addressing the question. Don't worry, I'm going to get
Go
there.
for it, Master.
But there's a proper way to do it. There's an improper way to do it. Okay, this is not why Master YongHua brought this Dharma to this country. Okay, for you really sugarcoat it. Mahayana does not need any sugarcoating. Nói nhiều quá mình quên biết dịch cho nào. Tại sao đi ra như vậy? Ok, tại sao đi ra như vậy? Tại sao mình cứ hỏi tại sao mình nói chuyện vừa dơ, đau khổ vừa ác? Có cái gì không? Tôi mới cười, tôi nói giống như Đức Giáo Hoàng trước ông này ông mới chết, không nói tại sao Phật giáo xong đi đạt như vậy. Thì ông này mới nói là học trò tiền hóa mới nói là như ngài thật biết khen thật không? Ông nói chế không? Thật nói là không phải đâu. Ông giảng khi ông giảng với cái tứ diệu đế, ông nói là cái cuộc đời này không được vừa ý. Tôi chửi nó, tôi nói cái nó giảng pháp hay giác trật. Pháp của tứ diệu đế mình là pháp khổ chứ không phải là pháp vừa ý. Four Noble Truth, folks, Randy, get it straight. It is about suffering. It's not about unsatisfactory. Got that? The Buddha never used the word unsatisfactory. Or nor Master YongHua ever used that word. This is wrong. This improper way of translating it or interpreting it into English. It's suffering, folks. Why is that? Dẫn bày. Tại như vậy, tại vì nói chuyện không vừa ý là trật lắm. Cái pháp tứ gì đấy là pháp khổ chứ không phải pháp không vừa ý. Có ai nói là không vừa ý đâu? Cái đó là khổ. Why is that? Why is it suffering? What else would you call it? Huh? Unsatisfactory. Unsatisfactory is not satisfactory to me. It's suffering. Why is that? Let me get to your question. Hang on. Why do I insist on suffering, folks? Why is that? Why am I so emphatic about this? And there installed another senior Sangha member. Yes.
I think the more truthful you get, the more quickly you realize that it is suffering, so you can...
You cannot fix the problem until you face it. If you define the problem improperly, you will fix the wrong problem, folks. You got it. You have to define the problem precisely. The problem is that you have to recognize the reality of the problem before you can fix it. Thank you for the comment. Tại mình phải mô tả cái vấn đề rất đích xác, mình mới có được cái phương pháp để cứu chữa. Còn cái phương mô tả bậy bạ mình chữa cái bậy bạ nó thôi. You understand that? You have to be extremely precise in your description of your problem before I can help you fix it. So is it being pessimistic? Vậy có nghĩa mình đi qua đi giác hả? Oh, we need precise. Randy, I am being precise. I'm not being pessimistic. I only challenge you to give you the facts and prove me otherwise. Prove to me I'm wrong. Prove to me life is not suffering. Life is not overwhelmingly full of suffering, more suffering than pleasure. Please teach me. It's too bad none of you is a billionaire or trillionaire, because I love to hear from these folks. I will prove to them their lives is full, is so miserable. But since it's not here, it's not up to me to prove that. Okay? Tôi là bi đát và tôi rất là đích xác. Mình nói đó, mình phải diễn ra rất rõ ràng, rất chính xác. Mình chưa ra được. Đó là bi đát, mình chính xác là bi đát. This is where John Paul II is wrong. It's not being pessimistic. It's being truthful. It's being factual. It makes it harder for you. It makes it harder for me to sell my ware to you. Okay? But if you buy into it, you get much more out of it. Because if all I do is sugarcoat, you say, "Oh, life is so great. Just give me more money, and eventually you get your life, all your wishes will be fulfilled." I'm only pulling your leg. So you get good stuff out of it, yes. But in terms of return on the investment, it's nothing compared to my being truthful to you. Right? I'm helping you fix your real problem, not something that is easy to confront. It's not pleasant, but if you can face unpleasantness now, you can get rid of it much quicker. Okay? It's not pessimistic. It's being smart. It's being accurate, being wise. Thành ra cái phần mình gì đó mình có trí huệ, chính mình chính xác, tại mình chính xác như vậy, mình giải cái vấn đề nó lạ hơn, vấn đề nó lớn hơn, vấn đề nó thâm sâu hơn, vấn đề nó có ý nghĩa hơn cuộc đời. Trụ tôn giáo nó chỉ dạng cho tiền cúng tiền này, làm này làm nọ, làm những cái vấn đề họ giải quyết, họ đi quanh co, họ không đi thẳng vào cái vấn đề. Thành ra những cái họ hiệu quả nó chỉ xoắn qua trời. Tôi xứng đáng, đấu đá. Okay? Any objections? Any disagreements? On the other hand, let me make a case for YongHua's statement, because he finds himself having to deal with a lot of people with different backgrounds. Therefore, maybe at times it's important that maybe you sugarcoat it a little bit so that you don't offend too many people. When, like Dalai Lama, he goes around and eats meat and deal with all kinds of people. Okay, so from a Buddhist perspective, we don't eat meat, but every now and then he does eat meat. With their side, it's okay for them to eat meat, but you need to be more flexible. I can understand from that perspective. Okay, so it's not totally wrong to say to sugarcoat it, but I'm saying from a personal perspective, I'm here to teach you Mahayana. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. Okay. Tôi nói rằng thầy thật thầy phải đi mà chung trà nhiều người thành thầy là như cái thầy chuyển thì thành thầy như thầy phải nói nhẹ hơn tí. Tôi cũng có cái vấn đề đó. Tôi là có gì nó thẳng. I don't need to please you. I need to please anyone. I'm going to give it to you straight. Tôi vậy phải nói nha. Thành được thông cảm. Yes, question.
It was just
gone, resolved already.
It's just a thought, not as important as the point you made.
What thought?
I was thinking, if someone comes from a three evil past and then they get reborn in human race, they might think it's a good life here. But if someone comes from like a pure land or a heavens, they get reborn in human realm, and then they might feel like it's a lot of suffering.
Cái người mà tình độ don't have to feel like you can be born from the heavens, fall from the heavens to here, then it's a lot of suffering. So lower and higher realm to lower realm, that's what you mean. lower realm to a higher realm, like living realm. Nó là dạng như tôi nói đại khái là cái yếu nó là những người mà từ những cái cõi mà cao hơn mà rớt xuống cõi người này thì thấy gọi là khổ. Còn những người cõi từ thấp mà sinh lên cõi mình gọi là sướng. No, the funny thing is that you don't remember every time you're born. So tôi nói cái đó là tại vì một khi mình sinh mình quên rồi. You don't know where you come from. You don't. So xin lỗi vô vậy. Mỗi khi mình sinh mình quên đấy. Thành bắt đầu lại. Alright, any other questions? So particularly Dharma is most appropriate at our times because you cannot ignore this body. You only hope for rebirth to me is wishful thinking. This is why Shakyamuni Buddha gave us this Dharma. Vì vậy Ngài Thích Ca Mâu Ni mới là cho mình cái pháp này. Because to go for rebirth at that end is important, but we need to take care of our immediate needs. You have to be realistic first. You can't say, let me worry about what's most important for me the next lifetime. Let me get the best thing for me next lifetime. But right now, can't ignore it. If you ignore it in your current lifetime, you're being stupid. You need to take care of this very lifetime. You need to take care of these your current obligations. Okay? Mình cũng thể làm quên, làm ngơ với cuộc sống này được. Mình phải giải quyết những cái cuộc sống hiện tại bây giờ. Thì còn đời mà còn sanh còn lâu lắm. Cái pháp nhiều sư, cái pháp giúp mình giải quyết những vấn đề này ngày hôm nay, cuộc đời, ngay cuộc đời. Okay, so Shakyamuni Buddha, in summary, Shakyamuni Buddha brought Mahayana this world because he gave us two major dharmas. One, two critical pure dharmas for our times. Là Ngài Phật Ca đem cái pháp là tinh tồn tới cái cõi này trong thời này rất quan trọng. The rebirth dharma to appease your worries. Okay, cái bản sanh, cái pháp bản sanh đó là về tây phương cực lạc, cho mình biết là mình sẽ đến chỗ an toàn. That is awaiting around the wings. Okay, and then the next Master Buddha Dharma to take care of our present, your current problems, your ongoing problems needs to be addressed. Two major dharmas that he brought to this world for our sake. How compassionate he is. And Ngài đem pháp bản sanh ta biết mình tu bản sanh là đương nhiên của đời mình. Cái bản sanh mình tu đúng mình sẽ bản sanh. Nhưng nếu vấn đề cái hiện tại mình phải giải quyết. Hiện tại mình cần ngay nữa, cần sống với cái có những cái giải quyết cần giải quyết những vấn đề khác nhau. Thì cái pháp giáo sư pháp giải quyết những vấn đề ngày hôm nay của đời này. Hay là đại pháp. Then why is that? Let me tell you, why is that? Most people don't realize this medicine master Buddha Dharma, especially the Buddhist ones. You guys recite one yin, recite Earth Store Buddhist, but no one recited medicine master Buddha. Why is it? Vì tại sao hai tu pháp này toàn là niệm Phật lâu thiền địa tạng? Why is it? Number one, because you don't understand this Dharma. We don't understand this Dharma. Therefore, we can't teach you. Nhất là tại vì quý vị hiểu quan trọng là tại vì người xuất gia chúng tôi mới hiểu thành dạy quý vị được. Okay? Number one, it's not understood anymore. Number two, when you cultivate it, there's no response. Therefore, you don't believe it. don't understand it that much, and then we tell you to cultivate, we cultivate together, and nothing happens. You know, let's try something else that works. How failure? That's hundreds. Cái đó là cái phần cái gì là nó tu và hiệu quả. Tu không hiệu quả sẽ tu tiếp làm gì? Mình không hiểu đâu, mình hiểu rằng là tu biết cách tu. You don't understand it, how can you cultivate it properly? Okay? So one thing, listen up, you don't understand, you say, well, you can't cultivate it properly, therefore there's no response. Therefore, never mind. Let's find something else. This Dharma door, he has things that other Dharma doors do not have. What things? I mean, translate it because this is important. Không hiểu, thành đi cách tu. Không biết cách tu, thành ra không có hiệu quả. Không có hiệu quả, thành ra cần bỏ. Pháp môn quan trọng như nào? Tại vì có những cái pháp môn này có, những pháp môn khác có. For example, what are they? Accidental deaths. Chết ngang trái, những chuyện ngang trái, chết sớm. You know, I have a nephew. This is very personal to me. A nephew. Con đưa giáo. Khéo lắm. Để những Canada. He's at the age 18, 18 tuổi. He's 18 now. He was 18. 18 tuổi. No job. Only finished high school mới học ở trường trung học xong mới học trường trung học ra thôi, ra trường trung học rồi. He has an apartment. He lives in an apartment by himself. He's Vietnamese, of course. Nó có ở trong một cái apartment riêng, là người Việt Nam. He has a Canadian girlfriend, có bồ vậy đó. Yeah. He drives a BMW 5 Series in a park in Montreal, ở bên Montreal. Có bồ vậy đó. Hai chiếc xe BMW loại số 5, cái loại 500 ngàn chiếc xe. Bao nhiêu? 560 ngàn, ví dụ 60 ngàn. $60,000-$70,000 that car nowadays. Okay? 18-year-old. Where does the money come from? No job. Not certainly not from a regular job.
His father.
Parents.
Not parents. His parents are poor.
Girlfriend.
Not girlfriend.
Credit card.
Not credit card.
Drugs. Selling drugs. Illegal.
We don't know.
Oh.
We don't know.
Okay.
Okay? Official line, we don't know. Tiền ở đâu? Không ai biết hết. Chắc nhà cha mẹ nghèo, bộ nghèo, bộ không có tiền. Tiền ở đâu ra? Không biết được. Không người nói là buôn bán có tiền, không biết được.
Was he born in this country?
No, he's in Montreal. He was in Montreal.
Was he born?
Last week, yeah, he was born in Montreal. He was Canadian. He's born Canadian. He's there's a wave of Vietnamese refugees who went to settle in Canada. Mấy người chạy giặc qua bên các nhà đại ở thì mẹ nó sinh ở bên nhà đại. Last week, they found his body. He disappeared for a week. Okay, they found his body along with the car. Tuần trước kiếm xác chết trong chiếc xe mất biệt tâm của một tuần. Okay, no one knows why he died. No one knows where the money comes from. Okay, that's accidental death.
Did they do an autopsy, Master?
We don't know. We don't have the details. But I'm saying that these are the kinds of things that that confront us. It could happen to any of us any time. Đấy. Anh chết yểu, chết bất đắc kỳ tử đó là cái chuyện mà ai cũng có thể xảy ra cho tất cả mọi người. Okay. The other Dharma that also this the other thing that this Dharma is very good, excels in, is when you break precepts. This Dharma helps you restore your precept substance. Okay? Khác là người xuất gia, những người mà có thọ giới, phạm giới, thì cái pháp này giúp mình lấy lại cái giới đẹp. No pháp nào làm được điều pháp. Yet we don't practice the Dharma.
Yeah, we do. We do it every morning.
We do. My pupils do. Okay?
Can you help your nephew?
Huh?
Can you help your nephew?
Too late now. He's dead. What can I do?
Pure Land.
Giúp được không? Chết rồi, giúp gì nữa? Bây giờ bạn sanh sao? What about Pure Land?
Yeah. He just passed away, didn't he? How long ago?
Is it within the 49 days? So, no?
You can help some, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not,
No.
If he doesn't want to, if he doesn't ask, right?
What?
You have to ask first, right?
Yeah, but still, even if you recite on his behalf, you still have some help.
Yeah, tell.
Not to go there, but you plant the seeds. I'm not saying that he's not going to go this time, but his rebirth will still be better than if nobody did anything for him. So you have to kind of look. I'm not saying that he never planted the seed himself, so obviously he cannot go himself this time. But if you make offerings and do merit and virtue, and then
his mother is doing that.
Yeah, transfer the merit and virtue to him.
His mother is a Pure Land person.
Yeah, better than nothing. So you know, so at least his rebirth will be much better than.
His mother follows the disciple of Jinku. So they Pure Land people. Okay, so they're doing something about it. But the question is, can I do something about it? Not a whole lot. They have to ask for it. You cannot force your hands on help your hand on others. Even my own father, I can't force my hand on my own family, my own father. My own family. You know that?
How about when DRBA, ceremonies performed like the water, land, air ceremony for the deceased, or reciting auspicious mantras at the beginning of the year for the nation, those kinds of Dharma ceremonies. Nobody, I don't think the President of the United States asked for that. So that's
no, they don't ask for it. It's our community service. That's different. That's different. The Dharma has to be requested. This is like a free thing, where a general thing that's part of our paying back to society. Very general for everyone. But when you get personal, like each person, like you yourself say, okay, I want to be reborn, you have to request help. It doesn't. It's not automatic. Who are we to impose our will on you? Even my own family, I can't impose my will on them. I give you an example. When my late father passed away, okay, my own mother, my own family members, okay, my own family, my own brothers and sisters, they came and decided to invite the Nome masters, the Vietnamese masters, and the Chinese monks and so on, and come to help their rebirth. They never asked me to help. So what can I do? Nothing. Lúc ông Hiền chết, gia đình nó mời mấy thầy Việt Nam tới, thầy khác tới tàu Việt Nam tới làm giúp Không ai có giúp. Nothing I can do. Who am I to impose myself on? And I see all these people. They don't know what they're doing. They didn't know what they're doing.
And if they don't ask, you can't.
Come on, the kung fu of all of them combined, except when I'm sure it's it, okay? Except for when I'm sure it's it. Let me clarify it for you. Because I'm sure they made it to once for a couple of hours. All the kung fus combined are lower than the white chicks. Kung fu nó thua đệ tử nó thấy đó trừ này là điều đó xúc phạm cũng được. Okay. All those can you do? They put their faith in that. That's the personal choice. You have to respect that. Okay. Yes.
How do you request it if you're dead?
You make arrangement before you're dead, number one. Or you make sure that your wishes are known. Okay? Because you don't, tough luck.
Well, 18-year-olds, 99% of them don't even think about that. They think they've got forever.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there what they call the in-body comes and asks requests?
Doesn't have that power.
Doesn't have that power? So the case for your externalist friends, because he has that power?
Yeah.
Already?
He's a physicist, man. This punk is a nobody. He's confused. How can you know who to ask for? I tell that story another day. But that's a very good story. I didn't tell you the whole story, so I need more time. Giúp làm sao giúp người ta bây giờ? Thì nói muốn được giúp thì trước khi chết và lo trước khi mà chết. Yêu cầu giúp hoặc là bị di chúc nó là muốn cái này muốn cái nào. Even my own master, my own Vietnamese master, when he passed away, I saw the same exact thing happen here. There's nothing I can do. Lúc thầy Hoàng Giám chết tu cũng vậy. Thầy Hoàng Giám chết tu nhìn vừa bị trói tay. Thầy Hoàng Giám tới cùng bị trói tay. Okay. Yes. Question.
So is that the difference between the 49-day thing and the reverse flight?
Yeah. Big difference.
So can we request that on behalf of somebody else or no?
Yes.
We can.
You can.
But if that person didn't ask for it, then what?
If you don't ask me to help, I can't help you.
No. If somebody in your family passed away,
yes,
and you want to do a rebirth plan,
yes,
but they don't ask you for it, can we ask you?
It's different for you.
Oh, it's different that way.
Yes,
it's
different. Because I can't impose my dharma on you. Right. I can't impose my knowledge, my preferences on you. But you can on others. Right? That's different. Because yeah.
Well, let us finish that one.
No, that's it. Trên như người khác tôi nói là cái lý do mà tôi bỏ ra là tại vì tôi không có quyền dùng cái của tôi để ép người ta đi một cái đường. Because what happens is that when I do it, I'm forcing you to go there. Like that kid, I forced him to go there. I didn't tell you that part.
The 18-year-old?
No, the other guy.
Oh.
The other externalist.
Well, I want to know.
But I have conditions. There are conditions for me to do that. If the conditions are not there, I cannot force my hand. I can only operate within a range. Okay? So either it's directly you request me to do that, I try my best, or someone else requests me to try my best, and I can. Those are conditions for me to help. Otherwise, I can't say, "Hey, I like you. Let me send you to the Pure Land. I don't like you. I push you down there." Who's next? That's how it's going to come across. You see that?
Yeah, I understand. It's even that's like even that's even I think beyond what Kinyama would do. That goes beyond person's karma.
It's more than that, because let me tell you personally. Let me tell you that even though my father didn't get help, they didn't request me to help. Even my master didn't request. They didn't request me to help. Okay, because my master knew that I could help him. He never asked me to help. Okay, for whatever his reasons. But what happened is that King Yama says, "Wait a minute. How would it look if I allow his master to go to the hell? What if I allow his father to go to the hell? How does it look on me as King Yama?" It's different. You see that? So even though I wasn't able to directly help, I was also able to help them indirectly, in the sense that they said, "Okay, let's send them somewhere where they're not going to suffer too much. Okay, we don't suffer too much because we look like we don't know what we're doing, and he doesn't suffer too much because he doesn't care." You see that? So it's indirectly helping. There are many dharmas. It's not always like that. Okay, not always we have to send it right away. But
if you
let me translate for make sure so she understands the delicacies. Mặc dù mình không trực tiếp giúp được nhìn cái giá thì mình giúp được, tại vì Diêm Vương á, nó nói là ông này, ông cha này, ông thầy, ông này phải lạy xuống hai người này. Mà bây giờ mình để cho nó đọa thì cái mặt mũi mình là ai nữa? Mà hàm hai người cái khổ, mà mình là ngu dám để cho họ khổ, để những người mà ông này đội ơn khổ, mất mặt mình, mất mặt ông. Mình không giúp thì mình không giúp. So they were supposed to fall, but they didn't fall. But that's what the blessings call for. Okay. Thằng mặc dù đang bị đọa nằm lắm, mà không bị đọa may lắm. It's not as good as rebirth. Heavens is not. Okay, questions? Yeah.
With my family, if they are not in where I would like them to be, or thinking the way I am, or following my path, what do I do about that?
For your family, okay, that's a good question. Cho những người mà không tin sao? To be reborn, first you have to want to go to that Western bliss Pure Land, go to the Pure Land. Muốn vào sanh mới được. Okay, it's not like you don't want it, you're not going to get there. Okay, that's first. Even if they don't want to go for rebirth, they can be reborn in a good path. Còn dầu không được vào sanh đều sinh vào cái đường tốt, cái thiện đạo. What happens when at least you don't fall. If you don't fall, you still have a chance for rebirth, much quicker. Got that? That's the idea. Thành mặc dù nếu mình không đọa thì cái cơ hội mình được vãng sanh nó tốt hơn, mà nó lẹ hơn nhiều. So what happens? You're reborn, and let's say on the human realm or the God's realm, như mình trong cái cõi đời của cõi người. Then you have the seats for Mahayana and Pure Land seats for you to be able to meet with the Pure Land Dharma, learn about it, and then get reborn quicker. Thành ra mình có được cái thiện căn về cái tình độ để trong quả đời con người, thì quả đời con người để gặp cái pháp tình độ để vào sanh được sớm. Okay, this is why it's important not to fall and plant the seeds, because if you have the seeds, When you encounter the Dharma, it's going to ripen very quickly. Whereas if you have the seeds and you fall to the lower realms, you cannot encounter Mahayana. Có chủng tử rồi, mình cần cái duyên là phải qua trời con người thì chủng tử nó thành được. Còn rớt nọ một cái là chủng tử thành được. You go to the lower realm, you can also encounter. You can also, but it's very extreme, much harder to encounter Mahayana. Okay, even if you encounter, you won't believe it. You will not believe it, no matter how many seats you have. It's very difficult because down there is dark. Your mind is so dark, so obscure. You don't make sense. You can't listen to reason. Okay? Okay, we have to close here because we need to vacate the premises by. Okay, we catch over 7 more minutes, extra minutes. Okay, folks, sayonara. We'll see you next time. Thanks for coming. Okay, let's do a transference and then we clean up. Because the last time you guys cleaned up, it only took 10 minutes. So you guys are so efficient. May those merits and virtues adorn the Buddha's Sphere land. May make the 4 kinds of kindness above, aiding the threefold paths below. May those who see and see all bring forth the Bodhi mind. And when this retribution body is done, ye, O mortal land of utmost bliss. Okay, thank you. Bye.